Welcome back to another episode of Sales in Action. Listen, in today's episode, we're going to be discussing the importance of understanding the sales process and how it can help you become a more effective salesperson. The sales process, man, is something that everybody who is successful in sales needs to understand. And it's unfortunate how many people are in sales and don't understand the sales process. I don't get it. But it's my job to help everyone learn the process and become effective at the process. So let's jump right into it. First off, the sales process is a series of steps that a prospect goes through from initial contact to closing a sale. So, by understanding this process, you can better anticipate your prospect's needs. And then what you can do is tailor your sales approach accordingly. So, the sales process typically involves several key stages. What I want to do is break down those stages for you today. I need you to understand, I'm not going to make this exhaustive. I'm going to give you guys a little bit so that you come back for more. But I want to give you guys some of these stages that you need to go through in order to get the end result that you're looking for. So, the first stage is this: prospecting. This is the process of identifying potential customers who may be interested in your product or service. You can't sell unless you have somebody to sell to. You have to prospect. You got to find somebody that's interested in what you're offering. After you find that, you got to begin to qualify. Now, what this does is it involves determining whether a prospect is a good fit for your product or service based on factors like, I don't know, let's look at budget. Are they a good prospect for your product or service based on budget, or based on needs, or even based off of timing, right? So when you're qualifying, you're trying to key in to these key proponents to see if the group or person that you're prospecting, this potential client, fits the need of what you're offering. If they do, the next step is simple: you start presenting, right? So in this stage, this is the stage where you present your product or service to the prospect and demonstrate how it can meet their needs. So this is what I dub the front end pitch, right? During the front end pitch, you're doing your presentation. You're showing them exactly what you have, and you're showing them how it's going to meet their needs. You're presenting your value propositions, right? You're bigging it up. You're presenting in hopes that what you're presenting, well, you put enough stars and stripes behind it. They like what you're doing and they open up their wallets for you, right? Next is handling objections. This stage involves addressing any of their concerns or objections that the prospect may have and providing solutions to overcome them. Now, any sales trainer worth his salt is going to tell you exactly what I'm about to tell you right now. The sales call does not start until you get the first objection. Everything prior to that first objection is a conversation. You want to get that first objection. Once I get that first objection, now I can start selling with the hopes of going into the final phase of the sales cycle, which is closing. This is the final stage where you ask for the sale and finalize the deal. I hate to say this, but so many salespeople falter at this point. They fail to ask for the sale. Listen, you're not closing unless you ask for the sale. You have to. It's the final stage of the sales process. You have got to ask for the sale. I need you guys to understand each stage of the sales process. You can develop a more effective sales strategy when you understand each phase of the sales process. So, again, first you have prospecting, then you have qualifying, then you have presenting, then you have handling objections or concerns, and last but not least, you have closing the deal. So, for example, if you're struggling to close deals, you may need to focus on improving your objection handling skills. Or if you're having trouble generating leads, you may have to redefine your prospecting technique. It's so easy to find out where you're struggling in the process if you know and understand the process. It's also important to remember that the sales process is not linear, okay? It's not linear. Prospects may move back and forth between stages or even skip stages altogether, and it's up to you to be able to adapt to their needs and preferences. I always tell people that I'm training, it's not A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It may be A, S, T, Q, M, B, E. You have to be able to dance around during that sales interview depending on where your prospect is. Always remember the sales process is not linear. You have to be able to adapt. By understanding the sales process and being flexible in your approach, you can build stronger relationships with your prospects and increase your chances of making a sale. Listen, everybody, thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Sales in Action. In our next episode, we're going to be discussing the art of effective communication in sales and how to use it to your advantage. Do me a favor. Do not forget to subscribe for more sales strategies and advice. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell so that when we drop the next video, you are one of the first people to be informed. Until next time, man, this is your man Jamel with Sales in Action. I'm going to holla.